Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News for Friday, December 5. A special welcome to our viewers on YouTube, TVJ International in the Cayman Islands, and online at onespotmedia.com. I am Carrie Simpson. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Government again looking at Vernam Field in Clarendon for development. Local government minister assures Westmoreland residents Savannah-la-Mar market will not be relocated. And later in sports, West Indies and New Zealand locked in keen battle heading into final day of first test.
Now the details. The government is again looking at Vernam Field in Clarendon for development. The facility would complement operations at the country's two largest airports during times of disaster. Details in this report from Dwayne Anderson.
Jamaica's two largest airports were left incapacitated in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. But compared to other facilities in the country, they fared okay. The logistical nightmare that could have ensued had the damage been worse at the airports has not escaped the thinking of Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. It is why he feels Jamaica needs a major hub in the country's interior.
Both our airports were at risk. Both are at sea level, and both are right on the seaside, right on the coast, right on the shore. If the hurricane had gone a different way, we probably would have lost one or both of our airports. So we have to be thinking in the reconstruction phase, where could we locate another, I don't want to use the term airport, but another facility.
Vernam Field in Clarendon has always been an option and featured regularly in a former Transport Minister Mike Henry's multimodal plan for the movement of people and goods in the country. Dr. Holness said the location is again back on the cards.
But it is clear that we would need another facility where planes could land, cargo could be processed, and that would create its own economic system there that would generate more activity for Clarendon.
The Prime Minister was speaking in Clarendon at the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a new sugar factory in Lioneltown. Dr. Holness used the occasion to again defend the performance of the administration's relief and recovery effort. This amid complaints that the state's response has been slow.
Don't watch the noise. You have a smart and thinking government. We are 10 steps ahead. It amazes people, because when you hear them talking all kind of nonsense, we just come with something big. Because we have been planning these things a long time. You have elected us as a government not to sit down and scratch our heads when things happen.
Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, is appealing to residents to be patient as the Light and Power Company work to restore electricity across the parish. Mayor Vernon says after meeting with leader of the Incident Command for St. James, he has been assured that more communities can expect restoration within the next 2 to 3 weeks. But
a significant portion of them won't receive electricity until January 2026. The team is being supported by a raft of operators coming in from overseas to provide assistance. And it is necessary to look at the extent of the damage that JPS has experienced and to place those persons who are coming in as support, because they won't be here forever. You have to put them at a location that you believe is key, where you definitely need the support now, so when they leave, the local team can take it on from there.
he said so far 55% of residents in the parish have had their electricity restored, and he's hoping this will increase in the coming weeks. As for garbage collection, Mr. Vernon is imploring residents to adjust themselves to the usual way of waste management.
Over the last 2 to 3 weeks, persons have resorted to unconventional ways of waste management, throwing waste over their walls, over their gates, and in places not designated for waste, and depending heavily on the government to come and collect it. Whilst we have done our part in clearing those areas, we cannot continue to operate in that way. We want to revert to normal operation of waste management so that we can enable the agencies and the players in waste management to manage waste that persons are disposing of.
The local government minister has given Westmoreland residents the assurance that the Savannah-la-Mar market will not be relocated. This despite his own view that it is still vulnerable to other natural disasters like Hurricane Melissa because it is too close to the sea. Krista Campbell has more.
Empty stalls and battle scars at the Savannah-la-Mar market after the terrible tempest tore through Westmoreland. It's the parish where Category 5 Hurricane Melissa made landfall in October, making Westmoreland the parish most badly battered by her blows. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie says the parish is being given priority as it relates to emergency repairs.
I am of the opinion, but the majority carries, that the present site of the market, based on the closeness to the sea, poses a challenge. But I'm listening to the majority of you, and I have to go by what you say. If the market is relocated, it means a lot of things will be dislocated.
All the market needs is a good design and a good plan. With over 5 years, it don't happen. It don't happen. The mayor have no plan for us. But if he wasn't here, he would not be here. Him not come here, come look for it. The last time he cleaned at 10 MP, George Wright coming in and cleaning with the Chamber of Commerce. I was here.
The minister has instructed the mayor to ensure the cleanup process begins in the market as soon as possible, but he cautioned that it will take some time before things return to normal.
I am hoping that we'll be able to clean out the place before Christmas. And if anybody wants to come in, off the street, they can come in once people is willing to come in.
In the meantime, he made it clear that
but there can be no decision around collecting market fees at this time, because that is not an option. That is viable right now based on the existing conditions that presently prevails here.
he adds that the Social Development Commission, SDC, is to also do a survey on what improvements the residents want to see, which he says will determine what work is done.
We have a beautiful place down here that is the fort, and we really also want to have it fixed because we can have cruise ship coming. We want to bring back Savannah-la-Mar, and this is an opportunity to do so.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
It may now take just under $400 million for the Jamaica Public Service to fully restore the national grid. The Director General of the Office of Utilities Regulations, OUR, says the figure is now between $360 and $390 million. And Sword Hewitt was speaking this week at a parliamentary committee.
JPS has imputed that some of this 360, 390 will involve hardening of the grid. The same thing happened with Beryl. They did some hardening. And in fact, I think there are a couple of areas that held up much better this time around because of that hardening. So we expect that to take place.
With roughly $50 million in the Electricity Disaster Fund, JPS will get access to $45 million and $5 million is expected to stay in the fund. A JPS customer using roughly 150 kilowatt hours per month pays about 20 Jamaican dollars each month towards the fund. Meanwhile, the authorities are still discussing how to pay for the National Water Commission NWC's $10 billion restoration bill. NWC wants to use money which would go to the K-Factor fund.
That we allow them to not put that portion into the K-Factor fund over a 6-month period, I think it is. So that will help to fund some of the restoration. The K-Factor has some 5 over $5 billion in it. And Jamaican dollars, J dollars, yes. And NWC has asked for immediate access to $2 billion in that. So that's something that we're looking at. It is an administrative decision, but we need to demonstrate that it is consistent with the principles and or that there is great justification for this kind of exception.
NWC's K-Factor Fund was set up to mainly address leaks and address energy efficiency. It is supported through monthly contributions from customers. Despite the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa last month, Industry Minister Senator Aubin Hill says investor interest remains strong, with the government now focusing on attracting mining sector investors. Pencils for Kids is providing support to some schools in St. Elizabeth which were damaged by Hurricane Melissa. We caught up with a team of volunteers in the community of Quickstep. The charity holds an annual Christmas treat for students, but this year, founder and president Randy Griffith says the focus is on helping to rebuild.
We've been doing a lot. As you said before, we were doing gift back and bringing material to the community to help rebuild. Yeah, we have a store in our house right now with water and canned stuff and supplies for people to, not necessarily do it every day, but we want to plan at least once a week and once 2 weeks. People will come get supplies whenever they need to help them out at least through the holiday.
Mr. Griffiths also added that more help is needed urgently.
School started on Monday. We started in the basic school that we built, and now it's like overcrowded because they're waiting on school over here. You could see in the background.
And I understand you provide a bus for the community.
Oh yeah, it's right here, as you could see. there's a bus for the community that transfers the kids back and forth to school. And we have a breakfast program before, and we're going to continue starting that program.
Residents are grateful for the assistance.
If you can't see me shout here in Prince for kids, boy, them do a lot for the community. Because if it wasn't for them, brother, dog, me and we suffer. We are going to put up some solar light. Where we want the light to be fixed for light up because you can't see the JPS. No light to give it. So we are kind of set back with things where we did have it from last year where we had do some lighting. So we want to make the people enjoy the light because no light not there.
It's time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It's now time for the Business Minute.
Financial Secretary Darlene Morrison says the Ministry of Finance has been forced to revise the country's medium-term macroeconomic targets because of the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. She says that real GDP growth, or growth after adjustment for inflation, has now been revised to minus 4.3% from the original target of positive 2.2% for this fiscal year. She noted that the original inflation target of 5.3% has now been revised upwards to 9.5% because of the anticipated bump in local food prices. The capital or growth budget has also been reduced by $2.2 billion to $55 billion. Further afield, Netflix is closing in on a deal to buy the film and streaming businesses of Warner Brothers Discovery, according to multiple reports. The streaming giant has emerged as the top bidder for Warner Brothers ahead of rivals Comcast and Paramount Skydance after offering $28 per share, according to several outlets including Reuters and the New York Times. Paramount made an initial bid to buy the whole company, including its cable networks such as CNN, for $24 a share in October, which Warner Brothers rejected before putting up itself for sale. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Prince Moore.
Thank you, Prince Moore. Time now for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, Suriname police have seized several barrels of fuel smuggled in from Guyana. Officers say the boat involved sped off despite a warning shot. In a separate operation earlier this week, the same team intercepted a truck with about 4,000 liters of Guyanese fuel that was not intended for use in Suriname. A gas station owner and an employee were arrested and later released after paying a substantial fine. And on the international scene, the U.S. military has carried out another airstrike on a suspected drug boat, this time in the Eastern Pacific. 4 people on board died in the attack. Now, according to a social media post, intelligence officials confirmed the boat was carrying illegal drugs and traveling along a known narco-trafficking route. The United States has carried out nearly 24 attacks on suspected drug boats in the Caribbean and the Pacific. Those strikes have killed at least 87 people. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aaliyah Bryant.
And we head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.